healthy chocolate banana nut bread made with almond flour in both the bread machine and the oven. Let's see which one turns out better. Okay, so I have 6 really ripe bananas, and then the recipe that I'm using is actually from Ambitious Kitchen. One of my sister's really good friends, shout out to Laird, he actually found this recipe and it was so good. I did decide to try it also in the bread machine. I have tried banana breads in the bread machine before and they didn't turn out, but I've had a lot of you guys give me some tips to try, so I thought, let's try it. First things first, we need to mash 3 bananas. And I'm going to go ahead and do these at the same time. Now, this recipe does not call for any milk or water, so I'm going to go ahead and just start by adding the bananas. But I'm assuming since it's almond flour, maybe it doesn't need quite as much moisture because the almond flour doesn't need to absorb fluid like a regular flour would. Okay, 3 mashed bananas. Let's spread that out a little bit. Get this in here, and then my oven is preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so now we want to add 3 eggs. I'm just going to do a quick mix. Okay, so now we need 78 grams or 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Oop, a little extra, that's okay. And then, like I've said before, this is what I love about this particular scale. You can pull the display out, which makes it very convenient. And I'm going to try to go to 80 on this one also, so that they are equal. There we go, perfect. Teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I don't usually measure my vanilla, but since I want these to be equal, I'm going to measure that today. Okay, so all the liquid ingredients are finished. I am gonna go ahead and mix these up just a little bit in here. The bread machine's gonna do the mixing for you, and then obviously we will hand mix the one that's going in the oven, but I thought I would just kind of give it a good start, a little head start, and mix these up really quickly. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and put my salt in here too. So 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So now we need to add 280 grams of almond flour, and that wanted the blanched super fine. This is the Bob's Red Mill. This is what I got, but Laird said that he used King Arthur. I'm gonna try to spread this over the top. I've not had the best of luck with almond flour, to be honest. I just don't really tend to like it. However, I know that there are a lot of people who have gluten sensitivities or have celiac. I have a really good friend who was diagnosed with celiac a couple years ago. And you could do this in a stand mixer if you wanted to. I just chose to do it by hand. But I do think it's really important to get the ultra fine almond flour. Now I need to add 40 grams of cocoa powder, and I did pre-measure this because I wasn't sure I had enough, but I did. I'm just gonna even this out, kind of like I would do for any bread recipe. Then the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of baking soda. It does not call for baking powder, only baking soda. All right, 1 teaspoon. Then it wants you to use 90 grams of chocolate chips. I'm using Lily's, so it's sugar-free. Do 90 grams. And that should leave me about 2 tablespoons in here to put on top. Double checking my recipe.
Bananas, maple syrup, vanilla, almond flour, cocoa, baking soda, salt, chocolate chips.
But I'm also gonna throw some nuts in both of these. Okay, I'm using 1/3 cup of walnuts. Okay, into the bread machine, I'm going to put my batter, plug it up. So the 2 tips that I have received is that you can just do it on like regular bread, or you can do the quick bread or the cake. I'm going to do the cake, and then if it needs more time like it did last time, I'm gonna use 14, which is just bake, and it will give me some extra bake time. And let that start. And I will come back and scrape down the sides in just a minute. I'm still such a messy cook. And I am using my silicone whisk because I don't like using metal on my bowls like this. And because that's almond flour, I really want to get this good and mixed. I don't want any lumps at all. Now what I do in my bread pan is I actually crumble. Sorry if that was loud. And then I take my 2 bread pans and I put it in one and kind of press it down. And then I take the same size bread pan, and actually that's what I use to press it down. It just kind of sits better when you do that. So that's how I do it. I'm just gonna spread this out. Make sure it's in all the crevices, and then I'm gonna top it with a little bit of chips. One thing I did just think about with the bread machine, as I put these 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips on the top, that's not working. When the bread machine actually stops mixing, I'm going to have to go ahead and put my chocolate chips on the top if this is going to be 100% fair. So now this is going to bake for 50 to 65 minutes until a tester comes out clean. Okay, let's check out the sides. It looks pretty good in there, but I am gonna go ahead and scrape it down just in case. Tell you, it's already looking way better than the banana bread I made in my Zojirushi KBS review. This is finished mixing, so I'm going to take the 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips and put those on the top. There's a little bit still on it. I think I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes. Okay, so the bread is out of the oven. I had it in there for 55 minutes. It smells so good. The house smells delicious, I have to admit. So I'm gonna let this cool about 10 minutes and then I'll put it on a cooling rack. I do wanna note, there's still 26 minutes left on the KBS, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to have to do the bake function or not yet. So the bread machine is taking substantially longer. Okay, this just beeped, so we are finished. Let me open it up and look. I'm going to use my tester, my cake tester. I don't think that it is done, but we're just going to see quickly. Yeah, that is for sure not done. So let's go ahead and see. Now, I have never done this before, so it's menu 14 for bake. All right, so let's just go to 14. Okay, this is the default. If you want more, you can either do it one at a time, like that, or press and hold it and it'll go a little bit faster. You can minus it, you can subtract time. I'm gonna try 10 minutes since I've never done this before and just see what it's like. So from my understanding, you do have to press the start button. That sets it, you press it again, and that is what starts the baking. So you do wanna press that twice, set the time, and then to actually make it start baking. So we'll be back in 10 minutes and check. 10 minutes are up. It still needs to cook more, but it definitely was better. So let's go ahead and try 10 more minutes. Okay, so I pressed the stop button to restart it. Let's go back to 14. 10 minutes, set. Oh, I paused it. Okay, so that's good to know. If you reset it and go back, you only have to press the start button one time. If you're going back through it after you have already made something in it and you need it to bake longer, you do have to press it twice. But I did not have to press it twice that time. Okay, it is finished. Let's check it now. Okay, I think that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and let it cool for 10 minutes, and whatever it is, it is. We're gonna try it. Okay, so I obviously just can't cook banana bread of any kind in a bread machine because this is what happened, and I let it sit for like 10 minutes, so maybe it needed to sit longer. We will taste it as it is, but I am just not a banana bread in the bread machine type person, obviously. So frustrating. Here we are with the banana bread. First off, I feel like you can obviously see, and from earlier, that the one in the bread machine, once again, failed on me. I don't know, like I said, if I just needed it to cool longer or what, but I also noticed like the sides, even though I scraped down the sides, it still didn't mix totally. So right now, I still don't care for it in the bread machine, but we're gonna taste it. My sister is actually off camera. She did not want to be on camera, so she will be tasting it with me and you'll hear what she thinks. I hope I did this okay. Like, I feel like Laird's looked a lot better than mine. I've already shouted out.
I was about to say, is this called
Hello,
Laird's chocolate cake?
It's a lot more moist on the inside than I thought it was going to be. I guess that's from the banana. Let's just cut a piece and try it. I guess I'll cut a piece. cut an inside piece of this.
You can like see where the Whatever didn't mix.
Oh, that's a nut.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's just a walnut. All right, let's just taste the one out of the bread machine first.
Very airy.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
You've been out of focus for that last piece.
Oh,
Now you're back.
I forgot what I said, but I mean, the
Looks bad.
cake mix looks bad, but
good.
it tastes pretty good. So maybe if I had let it sit and cool for another 10 minutes, maybe it's not like bread with how soft it is on the inside. Maybe it would have come out better, but you don't have to worry about that with the bread in the bread pan because I just pull it out. All right, this is the bread from the bread pan. Same recipe.
So much better.
So much better.
Insanely better.
It tastes like a different recipe.
Yeah.
It's like a big brownie cake, but made with almond flour. Like, that is wild. This makes this seem dry. And it took like 40 minutes longer in the bread machine. Overall,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm still not sold on doing the bread machine for cake function. I'm just not, and that's fine because I love it for so many other options. But cake, or like this kind of stuff, banana bread, I guess specifically, highly suggest the recipe. Thank you again, Laird. Definitely do it in the oven. Don't even try it in the bread machine. So, all right, see you next time.